But that's why I
Wow.
love you.
Yeah. People, I'm not well. Not well. So got
Oh,
the man flu. Oh, you
not
know.
sounding
Big up.
not
Merry
sounding
Christmas to
good.
everybody. Merry Christmas to all my Christians out here, man. Happy holidays to the rest. How we doing? Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And welcome back to the channel. Scolzy, stop it, lads. You're making a racket out here. Mumbai, how you doing?
Yeah, very well. Finished my last day of work.
Can't hear
That
you.
is, oh shit. Can you hear me
Can
now?
you guys hear me all right?
Can you hear me?
Mumbai, I think you might have to go out and come back. We cannot hear
Okay.
you at all. Yeah, couldn't hear him. How we doing, people? How are we doing? Yeah, man. Big up Shakarian. Big up to the gang. Big up to everybody, man. Big up to all of you. I hear both of you. I couldn't hear Bumbaye. I couldn't hear him. I ain't gonna lie, I could not hear Bumbaye. I couldn't hear what Bumbaye was saying, people. Hey, he's back. Let's see if you can hear him this time. Bumbaye, 1 2 1 2.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Settings. 1 second, Bumbaye. Audio. Right. Bumbaye, say something now.
Testing 1 2 3.
Yeah.
Are we there?
Say it again.
Testing 1 2 3.
Okay, we can hear you now. Go ahead. How you doing?
There's only one Eric Ten Hag. Can you hear me? Yeah, good evening, everyone. Merry Christmas to everybody. Yeah, I'm doing well, man. Had our last day of work today, off now till Monday. Just looking forward to chilling with the fam, sitting down, having a meal, and just relaxing. And then Boxing Day, we see what it brings. Are you muted or what? Now what's happening? I can't. Oh, you were
Can you hear
muted.
me now?
Yes. Like the Chuckle Brothers, man. Come on.
I'm saying I got that dreaded man flu.
Oh dear.
I mean, yeah, man. Big up to everybody. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Yeah, we got to talk about Amorim's presser as well, actually. Shakarian, when you're ready, bring Amorim's.
Yeah, I just watched it.
What did you feel?
I like it, man. I like it. He seems to understand the fans quite good, and he says it. He says that I understand people are just tired of like 10 years of pretty much a lot of yeah, we're getting there, and it seems like the same thing again. But and this is all very cliche to United fans, and a lot of United fans are going to be like, they don't want to hear this, and I understand it, I really do. But it is a we are in another process. We've changed the way we play. He's finding out about these players. Rotation, as I suspected, is not a question of just looking at players. He's managing players to avoid injuries. We've got pretty good, most of the squad is pretty decent now. And he's managing them. I think that's because he's trying to increase the levels, bro. Like to play his way, run more, press harder, all that shit. Um, but it is going to take some time, and there are going to be some absolutely dreadful results. And at the end of the day, it's two questions really. The first one is one that we've asked ourselves a million times: are the players good enough? Are they hungry enough? Are they the right profile to play in this? And are they going to buy into it and become what he wants them to be? That is for January. Will answer all that for us. The second one is, from what we've seen of Amorim, this goes back to the individual. Do you like the idea of what we're trying to do and the team that we're trying to become? Are you noticing anything that you like about the performances, even though the results are not there? If you don't, then it's kind of like taking me back to Van Gaal when I was desperate to keep him. I thought he was the right guy doing the right things, but a lot of the fan base said, no, we don't like this. So you have to ask yourself that question. At the moment, I accept what's happening. I don't expect a miracle. The manager bounce certainly ain't there that we thought we were going to get, but I like the way that we play. I like what we're trying to do. I think it can be really good and it will allow us to compete for the big stuff. But there are players that are not going to be able to make it. They're not keeping it going for 90 minutes. The fitness levels, I don't think, are there. And still, certain players' decision making is very poor. And certain players have to get better and improve and do things that they don't do in order for this thing to become effective. The little details, are they going to be able to, fill those details that we need? So there's a lot of work to do, man. Set pieces is a major issue. We have to fix that. So it's a big job, bro. And he's coming in January. We're 13th. We're on the floor. The manager's just been sacked. A lot to deal with. And now you got, the Rashford thing. So lots going on. But I'm definitely on board. And I'm tired. I am tired. I swear to you. I'm still like tired from the last 5 years. I'm tired from the last 3.5 years of Ten Hag. It was just hard. Sometimes you don't mind being in a 5-4 and losing. Just let's see some entertainment at least. But whether we get that or not, I don't know. We just have to keep going with it, bro. Honestly, there's nothing much I can give you.
Yeah, big up Mumbai. Flanker, listen, I'm gonna keep this question to the end. You have to stay till the end. I will answer it. Both of us will answer it at the end. I'm gonna star it. Save that question. Let's go. Big up Ruben Amorim. I think it's important for us in this time to say the supporters. We understand. I understand. They're incredible. The support they are doing this season, and that maybe we cannot see for long years. We know that the only way to face this is to prepare the next game like we won, and you can say that, and then you go again and try to win the match. So I think this is the question when he was asked. He was asked about. He was basically asked about. He was asked about. Do you want more from the fans? I don't know, just from us. The fans need our help, not the other way around. The fans are doing everything right. So yeah, he's quite cutthroat. He's doing it as it is.
A lot of the questions.
Nuruddin, do you defend Rashford too? Nuruddin, why do you defend Rashford? It's if you to the journal. Listen, I told you, I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not a hypocrite. If Sancho has got a right to reply, if Pogba can ask for transfers request, Marcus Rashford can say the same. The club were briefing against him, so he came out. They were letting people know that he's for sale. So he was like, okay, I might as well come out and say, okay, I want to get out of here, beat them to it. But it was too late. But for me, it's about the culture. So nobody wants to ask. I'm not defending any of these behavior from any of these players. But I'm telling you, the culture of Manchester United changed when the bankers came in and took control. Since then, we've not recovered. And Jim the Rat or whoever else ain't fixing this shit. We're rotten to the effing core. I'm not defending Rashford. I just don't believe in the pylon. I don't believe in the pylon. I'm not fucking sheep like majority United fans. Meh, I'm not. I call things as I see it. We wanted Rashford out of this football club for the past 2 years. Rashford's now not playing. Rashford and the club, both of them want to say goodbye. We heard from both of them. Refreshing. Let's go, move. He's not in the team now. I don't know why people are so obsessed with him. I genuinely don't. He's not in the team. He's not playing. So why are you obsessing about him and piling on him? That's what I'm against. I don't like anybody getting a pile on me. Don't, and that's how I see it. It's my opinion. I respect yours also. Hear about the mouse infestation. Well, Ratcliffe the rat, man. We called it here, man. We called it here. Ratcliffe is a rat. We called it here.
They followed the Piper to Old Trafford, bro.
Yeah, man. He's the Piper. Ruben, I spoke with a lot of players individually during training. I'm trying to do things. I'll try now. Things my way is the only way I know, and I will lose. Yeah, 100%. That's what I said. You know what? You want to sing that song, innit? I did it my way. Do it your way, people. Do it your way.
Got a super chat, my friend, from Ben.
Yeah, I'll get that. I'll get that in a minute. Big up. Amorim says if Asama is in danger of becoming a distraction. No, I don't think so. Not for me and for the other players because everybody's there every day. Yeah, it's not about distraction. It's just these journalists are obsessed. Journalists are obsessed. All I want to remind people is that Rashford never gave himself 350 grand. Rashford never made himself the poster boy for the club. Rashford was, and every other player was entitled to do whatever they wanted at Manchester United. And now you reap what you sow. But I don't think it's just him. I don't think it's just him. There are a lot of players that need to get out and need to all put transfer requests in for their own sake. Simple. During training, they understand that the key point for the media, for the other people, I cannot control that, but I'm really focused to know I'm so clear in my message to everybody. There you go. Man's managing. Man's earning his money. Let me just get the super chat. Big up, Ben. It's probably our favorite of the Irish. Of the fucking Irish.
Yeah, man.
Our brother from Ireland. Big up the panel. Merry Christmas to you, man. Merry Christmas to everybody, by the way, wherever they are. All my Christian people, family, globally, wherever you are. Merry Christmas to you. And happy holidays to the rest of you who live in the Western world. Big up to the panel, URT. Merry Christmas, everyone. Free Palestine, free Lebanon. Will never be fucking silenced. I might need to go to A&E with that rat infestation.
Get a rabies jab, man.
Yo, big up, bro. Big up, Ben. Let me know, Ben, if you're available. Jump on. I'll send you the link. Send me a message if you're available. If not, love. Appreciate you. Enjoy the Christmas. Ruben, I just want to win games. I don't know this long project we're focused on, but I also know that in big clubs you don't have a lot of time and you have to win a lot of games. Yeah, facts, and more facts.
So look, Shay Carrion, thank you for bringing that every week.
Yeah, big up to him. Fuck the
But
GCSE over there.
But a lot of this media stuff that Ruben Amorim's doing, for example, now, he's having to just fill gaps in the questioning, and it's all bullshit. We're in a process. It's not going to change overnight. What do you want him to say? These players are no good. He's keeping it all together, low key, answers the questions very well. Just move on. We know what it is. We know what it is. This is January till May, all about okay, how far can we get into our process? Who's buying in? Who's going? Who's coming in? It's pretty much it. Yeah, we need to win some games too. Can't get relegated or stay in 13th. Got to get some points on the board too. And I think they just jump to
I'm gonna put the
conclusions
kettle on. Carry on, Bombay. I'm gonna put the kettle on.
and they just jump to conclusion and talk about 13th all the time. Okay, man, 13th, it's a process. We're trying to improve things. So I don't know what you guys think about the press conferences. I think they're just something you take with a pinch of salt, and then you crack on, and then we just crack on with it. Really. So, what we're thinking about Wolves Boxing Day? They seem to be hit and miss, Wolves, man. They got a few guys that are informed. Cunha is rocking. If you've got him in your fantasy Premier League, you must be having a good time. I took him out and he started banging them in. Now I can't get him back in. What do you think um, about what's coming up? Um, who do you think should start in the team? Let's hear it in the comments. Should we start with Delict? Maybe give Maguire a break. Would you start Delo? What are you thinking? Let's have a look. Uh, Big up all the comments, man. Brilliant. Big up Nali. Here we go. I don't believe in processes either. Your team and the manager. Yeah, so this is the flip side of the coin. I don't believe in processes. This process is the never-ending process. But new manager comes in, new ideas. What can you do, man? You have to let him implement them. Give him some time. Even Klopp, Pep, whoever comes in, you get a free hit first season to find your feet, start to stamp your authority on it, try and change the culture. But there we go. Revan 1922, not having it. Processes, he's not interested. The club's an effing health hazard at the moment. Yeah, you could say that again.
I just
We
want
have
to
rats.
question.
Yeah.
You're moving the goalposts. No, I'm not. I'm just saying to you, the club came out and briefed against Rashford, telling the rest of the world this came from Ineos to say that they wanted 40 million for him. And then he stepped out and told his friend who's a journalist, his good buddy, Henry Winter, I'm not moving the goalpost. You should be happy, Chuku. Everybody should be happy. Rashford is no longer playing. He's no longer playing. Everybody wanted him out, and he's no longer playing. I don't know what the argument is. I don't know what the argument is.
I think the thing is with this, Dino, the question is what he done right?
No, for
And
me,
is it something that you would, if let's say there's 10 players that
no,
want to leave and they all
no,
come out and say, is
no.
it
In
good
my
for the
humble
team,
opinion, no.
for the team? Is it good for the manager? Is it good for the dressing room? Imagine I play in a team with you and you did that. I won't be happy with you. Okay, it's not going your way, you want to leave, but now, you're gonna have people saying, I'm on your side. It's not good for the whole thing. There's better ways of doing that. If he wants to go, he can go with blessings. No hard feelings. He's academy player. Proud that he plays for us. He's done some great things off the pitch and stuff. But I feel he's lost his way personally over the last few years. He's not the same, young man that burst onto the scene. Um, Maybe it is time for a change, but I think doing it that way, um, and airing your dirty laundry in public is never a good thing. Don't know what you guys think. Pogba, me and Nuruddin clash all the time about Paul Pogba. I felt that Paul kept allowing sound bites to come out of his agent. He made a couple, and it's not good. It's just not good. Discretion is nice, man. Was Eric Ten Hag right to call a player out? Is Amorim right to say, it's all based on merit? You train well, you do everything right on and off the pitch. This is what he was saying, and he left them out. So you have to make a decision. We want managers and we want players to play on merit because we've been screaming out, why is this player never dropped? Why is that player never dropped? There's a lot to it. I think when United was successful, everybody was a certain way. You had exceptions like Eric Cantona, okay, um, but I think doing it this way is never good, and I think Ruben has handled that very well. I mean, some of the press conferences, 13 minutes straight, and it's just Rashford, Rashford, Rashford. So no good, no good. What's the code for your fantasy league? I don't. I'm not. I don't have one. Leo, the real deal. I don't have one, man. I just have a team. It's called Bummaye, and it's getting plugged up. Actually, to be honest with you, dreadful. Not doing good at all. Delo should be dropped. Even mentioned, yeah, Delo. Not. I mean, I like him, but it's not. It's not looking great for him at the moment. He needs to, start
Let me
refining
ask
the
you this,
game.
man. Let me explain something to
Here
people.
we
Yeah.
got you got a super chat anyway from Mubsy TV. Do you want to hit that? Then hit us with what you reply, Mubsy.
Yeah. Big up Mupsy, by the way. Big up Mupsy. Wolves were always our dodgy team. New manager pound too. But don't let Man United ruin your Xmas on New Year. Suffer now. We will be
But yeah, Mubsy, that's a long list of bogey teams, bro. These days, tell you,
Everybody's a bogey team, bro.
everybody, man.
Everybody's a bogey team. Bournemouth are the best bogey team at the moment. Let me just let me explain something to the therapy army, right? You are right? For Marcus Rashford. I believe this is my belief. I don't think Rashford did anything wrong because the club came out and briefed against him. And if you don't understand football, I can't help you. Majority of you know clubs put stuff out there, skullduggery of football. They put things out about certain players because they want them out of the football club. So I'm saying to you, I said Rashford should have gone in the summer. I said Rashford should have gone after when Ranić was here, when he was taking the piss, walking around against Man City. But I'm telling you, the culture, I'm not blaming individual of Rashford. The culture is the football club with the Glazers, the bankers, and now with Ineos. So I genuinely, deep down, do not believe there's a problem between the head coach, that's Amorim, and Marcus Rashford. I do think Ineos wants Rashford out And instead of going to Rashford and saying, listen, get your agents, let's sort this out. Boom, let's go. You know what I mean? Do it all discreetly, like Mumbai says. Do it. Handle it really professionally behind closed doors. They went and briefed against him and said that they were willing to accept 40 million even in January.
So
Oh,
this was
sorry.
public. This was
Let me
this made
finish.
public?
Let me
This
finish.
thing.
Yes, yes.
Where?
It was written in the Times. The two writers at the Times, I forgot their name. The articles was there. The Athletic knew what was going on, and everybody's been talking about it for the past month. And then somebody at the Telegram as well wrote an article. So there was 3 to 4 journalists that were briefed by Ineos on the reason on why Rashford was up for sale. So Rashford, and I believe every human being has a right to reply. If somebody's treating you like that, you have the right to reply. If you don't believe me, go keep an eye on media. Keep an eye on what's a speculation. What is the briefing? When you know there's a briefing, is when there's detail in the articles that these people have written. So Marcus Rashford was handing out presents. I think if it's one of his schools or school, part of his foundation. Him and his mum set up. So he was there. A journalist, Harry Winter, was there, and he just told him. He briefed him as well. But Rashford didn't do it cowardly. He did it to a journalist, and we can quote him. And that journalist said, I'm going to go on the record. But the difference is that with Ineos and Rashford is that Ineos were like, no, this is off the record. That's the difference. I know what I'm talking about.
What does Rashford gain, do you know, by coming out and saying that?
I analyze media when it comes to war, when it comes to imperialism, when it comes to fucking colonization. I analyze football media, and I know what I'm talking about. If you don't believe me, go and do your own research, then come back to me. But that's the end of it. Now, all of you should be happy that Rashford is not in the team. I know I'm happy. I wanted Rashford gone, and I wanted Bruno gone. Right? One down, one down, one to go for me. One down, one to go.
What does Rashford gain in doing what he did, even knowing, let's say the club we can confirm that the club said we'd be listening to offers at around 40. Let's say they said that. What does Rashford actually
Bombay, they didn't
gain
say that.
by...
They said it. Bombay, I don't think you believe me, bro. They said it. So he's thinking,
Okay,
why are
all
you
right.
not coming up to me? Why are you not telling me and
Yeah.
sorting it out with my representative behind closed doors so that I can leave? If you want me to leave this football club, why do you have to go and breathe behind my back and letting people know that that's what you're looking for, 40 million, whether it's January or the summer?
Do you think with what's happened with Marcus Rashford in terms of being dropped with Garnacho and Amorim saying we've tried with Rashford a couple of things and they're not working, do you think that maybe Rashford understands that his playing by default, being one of the highest earners, being a captain, being an academy player,
He's not a
being
captain. He's not a captain.
he's captained us in the past, is what I mean. He's
Okay.
held the armband previously. Rashford,
One
no.
game
Okay, all right, all right.
or
Let's
half
put
an hour. Like, no,
so
that's
so,
no.
so he's the guy. He's on
Yeah.
the massive books and stuff,
Yeah.
but it's not working out.
Mike, can
And
I ask you a question?
yeah,
Did Marcus Rashford give himself 350 grand? Did Marcus Rashford make himself the poster boy of Manchester United? Did
no,
Marcus Rashford
but that comes with...
let me finish. Let me finish. Did Marcus Rashford select himself even though when he's crap when he's walking around a football pitch? Yes or no?
Well, what I'd say to you, just to push back on that, is the big players who get the big money, who get the big exposure and the big sponsorship deals, who play every game, these guys have a certain standard that we expect of them. Like if Malacia is not doing too well, okay, it's not the end of the world. If McTominay is not doing too well, we get it. It's 80 grand a week. He's not on the cover of Pepsi or whatever.
Mumbai, just hold it there one second.
Let me just
Mumbai,
finish this
hold
for you.
on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. I just want to get this is Jarvis, by the way, people. You need to go and subscribe to his channel, Tactical Devils. He says, big up to all my friends. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a joyous celebration for all traditions and faiths. Sending peace and love and happiness to everyone. Big up, Jarvis. Love
Big
to
up,
you,
Javs.
your family, love to Norway, love to everybody in the world who's celebrating Christmas. And happy holidays to the rest. Peace. Go ahead, Mumbai. Start again.
So Malacia to McTominay, there's a big difference. That comes with a certain level of expectation. We have the right to expect of him. And let's say Jack Grealish, I had Hussein was talking to me, and he said to me, "What about Jack Grealish?" I said to him, "Jack Grealish was bought for 100 million. I don't know what he's on a week, but the point is he doesn't play, so he's not really in the limelight. And you can say he's been a flop on the whole. I thought he had one good season, he did well when they won everything. He was a big part of that, but he's not done really well." Um, and he said to me, "Why doesn't he get criticised like Rashford?" I said to him, "Because he's never on the pitch. He don't play." But Marcus has been playing every single game, in spite of the whole fan base saying, "Just take him out of the firing line, give him a break." So when he plays and he plays dreadful, and we're not even talking about what we're criticizing him for. I think in the main, we criticize him, Dino, for his application. Now everybody should apply themselves. We always say he's not tracking back, he's not asked to let his man go. It's not even so much about he didn't finish or he should have done that. There's some of that, but it's the application. So when you take all what Marcus Rashford is getting, the platform he has, and then you look at the output and the numbers and why we're criticizing him and the fact he's playing every week, you say to yourself, hang on a minute, bro. I mean, you know what? If you were doing something, we'd have a different conversation. But right now, I think he goes with everybody's blessing. But I think with Marcus coming out and saying that, let's say the club have come out and done that. Think about how that is going to affect what we're trying to do as a team now. And you are one of the main heads in the dressing room. You are one of the big players
Come
in
by
that.
it. It's not. Come by it. I'm sorry to say, but I'm really, really respectfully sorry to say.
You don't
Marcus,
think Marcus Rashford in the dressing
Marcus
room is an
Rashford,
elder
let me
is
finish.
one of the big
Marcus
personalities?
Rashford's form in the past two years has
Yeah,
been woeful.
yeah,
Absolutely
we
woeful.
agree. Yeah, sure.
Marcus Rashford does not carry a big personality in the dressing room. Marcus Rashford is not the guy that you're painting him out to be. The
That's
club
not true,
likes to use
He
a player
doesn't.
like him who came through the youth to come in and to use him as the poster boy to go on about how the academy and born and bred and all of that kind of business. Marcus Rashford was never developed. The day that it was over for Marcus Rashford is the day that we sacked Louis van Gaal. We brought in Mourinho, who's not interested in kids whatsoever, who's not interested about developing young players. Marcus Rashford, Van Gaal would have taught him to get good at one thing at least. One thing. He would have coached him to go, you're good at this thing, and this thing can sustain you for a decade and a half. Marcus Rashford should have gone after Ole got sacked. He should have left the football club. Instead, he moped around when we bought him Ralph Ranieri for the last 6 months. At the end of that season, he should have gone. But then we went and got Ten Hag. And Ten Hag was like, oh, I can sort this out. Ten Hag then betrayed his own principles and the way he should have been playing, and then played through Bruno and Rashford. And Rashford, for flukily, for one season, scored 30 goals in all competition. And some of those games, he was horrendous. Just because he scored, that doesn't mean that he was having an amazing game. And that's the big thing about football fans, because they think players scored, that means we must be doing good. Yes, I understand. The hardest thing to do on a football pitch is put the ball in the back of the net. But I'm sorry, you have to do more in the 90 minutes or 95 minutes time you're on the pitch. Marcus Rashford has not finished a game since the Liverpool game. He's been taken off every time. Marcus Rashford is not that guy to take Manchester United or to Manchester United to go on a journey. We all agree. And I'm just sick of it. Why people? Because I am not doing the pylon bullshit like majority of sheep, which is large parts of the Manchester United fan base. I don't know what. The club briefed against him. He came out and he was a tit for tat. That is what it is. And now he's off the team. We've got to do, it's been half an hour now. We've got to do a fucking Wolves preview, and I'd rather get on with that. Marcus Rashford is yesterday's news, but everybody wants to talk about Marcus Rashford.
So if I can,
because I don't see it the way you fucking see it. I don't give a fuck the way you see it. This culture has been created for the past 13 years, where players can do what the fuck they want.
We have to
big up
change.
for me, big up here.
Out. So it's the end of it. If you want to go somewhere else, go and have that conversation. I want to get the notes for Wolves. Welcome, Sean. Sean, big up to you. Welcome. Merry
No,
Christmas.
I just wanted to jump in on this. on this Rashford point specifically, just to say that I think the popular consensus these days is your position. Like actually, the popular thing to say right now today is that Rashford is shit and we need to get rid of him. I prefer to listen to what the manager has to say, and I agree with the manager's position that United are better off with Rashford. You can say that he's just saying that to be a politician, but I agree with his assessment of the squad that we are better as a team with Rashford in it. And I like the way he has approached the whole situation, right? I think he made a point of calling out that sometimes it's not just Rashford. Rashford has a team of people with vested interests in Rashford, quote unquote, the business, Rashford, the product, his career. So the manager, I think, made a point to highlight that sometimes it's not just about the player, there are other people involved. And he has tried to, I think, diplomatically, like give Rashford room to be disappointed, like all of us, in the way his United career has turned out. And he's challenging him, I think, in an important way, basically to step up, to rise up to the occasion. Because if you think Amorim is just biding his time to get Rashford out, I think you're mistaken. I think Amorim sees, like, I think the minority position that most of us see right now, that there's potential in Rashford. We forgive him for not, necessarily like single-handedly saving United over the last few years, right? And you can say that it's a feature of the failure of the Glazers or whatever that somebody like Rashford ended up with a £350,000 contract and is considered one of the big players. But unfortunately, he is considered a big player in the dressing room at United right now. You can call that part of the problem. You can call that part of the issues or the downfall of United, but it just is what it is right now. And I like the way Amorim has approached the situation, basically giving Rashford room, I think, to feel all his feelings, but to step up to the occasion that he's been called to.
Let me just apologize before we do move into the Wolves. Just the last thing I will say on this, guys, is that I think Marcus Rashford has made a mistake because Amorim is maybe putting a test out there. And he is testing all the players. But Marcus coming out and saying that has put himself in an imposition where he almost has to leave now. So if he hadn't have said that, maybe there is a way back in. He is a talented player, although he's not playing well. But now coming out and saying that, it's stupid because you've effectively said, I want to go, and you leave not really a way back for yourself. And for a guy that loves the club, from the club, I mean, where are you going to go? Well, I'd be interested to see where he goes, to be honest. But even though we are 13th, it doesn't get much bigger than United, man. So that does have a commentary in itself, but I will save that for another day.
Merry Christmas, Lesso. If you're celebrating Christmas,
Easy,
Merry
Lesso.
Christmas, Sean. Welcome. I
Big
hope
up,
your
Leslie.
families are well and healthy. Health is wealth for me. So yeah, big up to you all. The Marcus Rashford thing, I think Ineos briefed against him and Marcus Rashford retaliated. That's my point of view. That's my 2 pence. I would like to continue and carry on. So let me just read out a couple of notes from the Wolves game. Wolves winger Al Nouri is available again after serving 1 match suspension. Midfielder Marino Lemma faces a fitness test after sitting the weekend out win over Leicester. With a calf injury, Manchester United head coach Ramin must decide whether to include Unsettled Marcus Rashford in his matchday squad. United are monitoring Matthias de Ligt, who's been out with illness, while fellow defender Victor Lindelof might need to be assessed, missing Sunday's defeat to Bournemouth. Manchester United are looking for the 5th consecutive away win against Wolves. Wolves haven't beaten Manchester United home since April 2019 and run of 6 matches in all competition. Jota, I think, got the winner that night. 97th winner gave United 4-3 at Molineux when the teams met in February. That was a wonderful goal by the gifted Kobe Mainoo. The 4th time Wolves have been. This is the 4th time Wolves have been in the Premier League relegation zone on Christmas Day. They went on to be relegated in 2003-04, but stayed 2010-11 and 2022-23. Wolves could equal their Premier League record of most home defeats in the calendar year, 13 by Ipswich Town in 1994. They've kept just 1 league clean sheet at Molineux, that's their stadium this season. Victor Pereira, who's their new coach, become the 2nd Portuguese manager to win his first 2 Premier League fixtures, emulating Chelsea in 2004 4. The Wanderers are unbeaten in their past 7-day Boxing Day league games, winning 5, drawing 2. Mateus Cunha has been involved in 9 goals in the last 9 Premier League games, scoring 6, assisting 3. Gonzalo Guedes has been directly involved in 6 goals across the last 8 Premier League appearances, with 2 goals and 4 assists. Manchester United have lost 3 of their past 4 fixtures, conceding the opening goal in all of them. United's tally of 22 points is their lowest after 17 matches for the season since 98-99. They are bottom of the half of the table for Christmas for the first time since that season. United have conceded 17 goals from set pieces, including penalties, excluding penalties in 2000, which is their most in the calendar year. Ruben Amorim has just taken 6 points from 6 league games in charge. Manchester United hold the English league record of 54 wins on Boxing Day. Wow. With 4 goals and 6 assists, Amad Diallo has been involved in 10 goals in his last 11 appearances for Manchester United in local competition. Bruno Fernandes has failed to score in any of the 8 Premier League matches versus Wolves. There you go, people. Give me what you're thinking about the Wolves game. We'll go to Lesso. Lesso, if you can hear me. I'll go to Sean while Lesso sorts his internet out. Okay, go ahead, Lesso. Can you hear me? What are you
I can hear you. What do I think about?
Wolves game.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be tricky, man. We're already discussing individual players as it is, and now we have to now look at the rest of the team and how they're gonna react to all of this nonsense. Yeah, this club is just a comedy at this point. This game is gonna be, we have a good record against them, obviously, as you've stated, but this season is just special. It's special in the wrong way, unfortunately, for any reasons that are not positive. So it's gonna be tricky. Wolves are gonna, they're fighting. Obviously, they're fighting themselves. They're gonna try and actually get over the record, the bad record against us. So it's not gonna be an easy game. By any stretch, we haven't done ourselves justice either. We've regressed so much. It's sickening to actually think how bad we actually are right now. We can't even string games together. I mean, as in the title, as you're saying, that can we, bounce back from this? I don't even call it a bounce back, because we can win this game and the next game we lose it, or we're drawing it. So anything that we're doing is just temporary in a sense. So I wouldn't even call that a comeback. I'd call that a temporary result, in a sense that we're just getting a mere result of one game or not. We can't even string 2 games where we win 2 games in a row. So nonetheless, I think we can get a result. But for me, I'm more worried about the rest of the season as to what we're going to do, because it is what it is. The way we're going at the rate that we're going, with the points tally that we're accumulating, man, it's not looking good. We could finish 10th. We could finish 10th or lower. And as much as I said I would take the pain, but that's not good enough, guys. We have to admit that this is not good enough, and it should not be accepted. No matter how bad we are, it should not be accepted at this level. And we should be ruthless. We should be able to take the knock, because now this is why I'm looking at Ineos. If they're willing to accept this club finishing 10th, and we hardly get rid of players, and we hardly make drastic changes, then for me that tells me that they're just not who they are. And that's why I say the proof is in the pudding. I look at the actions. I can't look at the words. Words mean nothing if you're not when you don't act on them. So At the end of the day, we're not here for politicians. If these guys are here to do what they necessarily need to do, they'll do it. It's that simple, you know.
Yeah.
And well, I'm not trying to hear about this fair play rules and everything, you know, all of that nonsense. If these guys do not make the drastic changes that they need to make, anyways, fair play rules is going to affect us anyway long term. So
I just
we're losing money from Adidas. We're losing money from Adidas, personally, and all these sponsorships. They'll try and find ways to try and cut costs, and well, at our own detriment, unfortunately, and at the fans' detriment, as we've already seen, anyways. And it's only gonna get worse, guys. Like I always say, it's only gonna get worse before it gets better. But they need to make the harsh decisions as early as possible. I'd rather suffer now, but you know, instead of having you know, this self sense or false sense of sort of that we'll win something, and then you know down the line you're going to lose anyways because there's nothing that is solidified. There's no base and there's no foundation to build from. But yeah, I'd rather lose now, hopefully, but I do think we'll get a result. I
I
do
think it's a
think we'll
bit of
get a
a
result.
I think it's a bit of a forced choice, right? I don't think you have to choose between losing now and winning in the future, because I think you're just setting yourself up for disaster. There's no guarantee, right, that if you rip up the whole squad and assign a new set of players, you will get a different outcome. I love this our manager every time I hear him talk, right? Because he does recognize that there is need for some politics, right? When he talks about the feeling that the players felt against Bournemouth, that there was a nervousness basically in the stadium and in the dressing room or in the squad, right? He gets the sense that like the moment you step foot basically in Old Trafford, the moment you put on the shirt, right, the burden of Nura and Bumaya and Lesu and Sean talking about you and Gary Neville and Leo Ferdinand and Sir Alex and all the 70,000 fans in Old Trafford, that burden basically is huge. So it doesn't matter who you bring through the door, as we have done in the last 2 years. Everybody falls victim to the same disease essentially that has plagued players before them. So I think the manager recognizes that yes, you do need some politicking here. You need to lower the stakes while also raising the stakes at the same time, right? So you need to manage Rashford and Garnacho and these players. You need to manage the incompetence basically in the squad in an honest and mindful way, right? That makes it clear that you're not trying to prosecute a particular agenda, but you're giving everybody a chance. Stuff like that. So when he talks about the fact that well, Garnacho was upset with me, he said it openly, right? That I benched him and he was angry with me, but I wanted to channel that anger into something positive. That's a manager who recognizes that the task at hand basically is a difficult one. I don't think there's any like
Can
the
I
road
cut
to
in,
the
Johnson?
sure.
Can I cut in really quickly? If the players do not suit your style of play, you need to get rid of them. It's that simple. There
Of
is
course.
no. Let me tell you something. He's given a 2.5 contract. Let me. Ineos have a record of sacking managers, so many managers in a short space of time. People talk about the Glazers, how they were sacking managers, how many managers we've signed. Ineos sack managers for fun.
No,
So
but
if
no,
I'm
no,
the
along
man,
those lines now, if what
I'm
you're saying
putting
is correct,
myself. Yeah, but it is correct because if
no,
you
I'm
look
saying
at Nice,
no. So
if you look at
let's
Nice,
take your
how many
let's follow your
managers have
logic
they had?
now, right? Let's
No,
follow your logic to conclusion. Um,
listen. This is factual. This is it's. Can someone put it
no,
out there?
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with
How
you,
many men?
right? I'm agreeing with you, and I'm
Okay,
taking your argument at face value and saying let's assume that it's Saka Morim if he doesn't perform, right? What are the odds that the next manager we bring in will play this exact system, right? So we cannot afford to spend two
We've not been
summers
here before, boys. Bloody hell.
we cannot afford to spend 2 summers
this
signing players for a specific manager that plays a specific style of play when there's no guarantee that the next manager you bring in, if this one fails, will be able to deliver on that same exact system, right? So
Sean,
I
Sean,
think wait,
I'll repeat
calm down.
this. I'll repeat. I'll
I think there's room to sign. Oh, okay, this guy is a better midfielder than Bruno
I'll
Fernandes, right? This guy is a better striker than Hoyland. Bring him in
I'll
in the summer or in January. There's room to say that. But this idea that we
Sean
need to go and tailor make a bespoke set of
Sean
players for Ruben Amorim,
Sean
I think is kind of like a red
Sean
herring.
Sean. Sean, I fully agree. Funny enough, I fully agree with your point. You cannot sign players that are tailor suited to a specific manager, because you come into a full circle where you get in a different manager who plays a position style of play, but in a different system. You understand? And those players may not fit that system. Then you have a full cycle where you have to get rid of a whole lot of players. It's a whole lot of money wasted, a whole lot of time, because these teams around you are not going to sit around, right? What I'm saying, essentially, the Man United players that we have, the problem that we have right now, most of these players cannot play any position style of football. Most of them cannot play that game.
Okay,
Most of them cannot play that game.
So let me just jump in.
I think as a panel, most of us agree on this, and it's a debate that we've had. No,
most
you don't agree.
Definitely don't
you
agree.
don't,
and I don't think the manager agrees,
which is fine,
right?
Which
I
is
don't think the
fine.
manager agrees, because
Which is fine.
Just hold on.
Which is fine.
I don't think the manager agrees.
Listen, Sean. Listen, Sean. You had your time to speak, right? Can you allow me to further elaborate as to why?
No, we're having the back and forth now. No, it's all good.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Can I have an elaborate and then you can speak afterwards? Is that fine? Is that fine, Sean?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. In this case, what I'm saying is that these players we've seen. What happened to Tenach? If you can go back, it's recent history, not even going further back. What happened to Tenach? What did he do? The minute that he saw that these players could not implement the style of play that he wanted to implement, and that was what? Position based, high pressing level, and then as well, obviously building from the back. What did he do? Which style of play did he revert to? Which one did he go to? Because I want
he went back to the basics now, no?
Exactly. And what are those basics? What type of style of football did we see that we saw from the previous manager, previous to Tenach?
It was the counter-attacking 4-2-3-1 basic football now, right? Like, I mean, we agree up to a point. I'm curious to hear where we do disagree.
Yeah, so that's the point. That's why I'm telling you. Amorim may agree with you, and maybe he may think the way you think. But what I'm saying is that when this manager is sacked, then it's all on him, unfortunately. Because if he agrees with what you agree on, he's repeating the same mistakes as the previous managers.
Come on.
So no, it's that simple. Like it's common sense. Listen, Sean, football is very simple. Didn't I tell you? Let me just go back, not far. Didn't I tell you that Ten Hag, and without any agendas, I'm putting agendas aside. Didn't I tell you Ten Hag will not last Halloween? He will not see Halloween. And what did you say?
Do you want to open a scorecard of your predictions?
No,
I mean,
no.
Listen, a big fat agenda to the table.
Did I say it yes or no? And ask me how I knew that.
No,
ask me how I knew.
No, ask me your football opinion as dispositive.
No, ask me how I knew that. No, ask me how I knew that, and ask me how. No, let me tell you something. It's in relation to Amorim, because I want to get to the bottom of this thing.
You want to establish some kind of like bona fides now, right? Some kind of credibility about your prediction.
I'm trying to show you that there's an underlying trend that has happened. No, listen. No, I'm trying to show you. This is simple. It's not me trying to do an ego thing. This is me trying to show you how things got to the point that they are, and they'll continuously get to the point that they are, and how this manager will fail.
Can I respond to you now?
Okay, no. How did I know that? I want a clear answer to that. so that I can
How
tell
did
you,
you
I
know
can
that?
clarify that.
Tell us, please tell us, Leslie. How did you know that?
Okay,
No,
thank you.
that's. I mean, I can save you the stress now, right? He's
Okay,
trying to
no,
establish football bona fides, right? And there's no need to do that because we're all just giving opinions, right? I don't need you to come
it's
and say I knew Ten Hag was going to be
no.
sacked, so therefore,
I'm asking you.
trust me what I'm saying about Amorim and how he
It's a
will be
simple
sacked if he
question,
does this
Sean.
thing.
Sean, Sean, it's a simple question. How did I know that?
No, but it's just not an
Because
interesting question to me for the purpose of this conversation, right? Is what I'm
no,
trying to say.
it's the purpose. Trust me, it's the purpose. And I'll get down to it. It relates perfectly to what you said and what you think Amorim thinks.
So let me know when I can respond.
It's in perfect in relations to that. Can you please answer it? I'm quiet
Can
now.
can I respond? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not going to answer that question particularly because, like I said, it's not interesting to me how you knew one particular thing, right, or how you knew something basically, because I've established essentially what you're trying to achieve, and I can save you the journey basically of getting there. What I'm saying is
It's
that
not a guess game, my guy. Like I said, it's not a guess game.
so okay, so
How did
actually
I
can
know?
respond.
How did I know? How did I know? It's not a guess game. Let me tell you something.
I don't know now, right? I don't know how you
Football.
knew what you
Okay.
know now. I mean,
Okay. Thank you. Can I explain that to
no,
the
no,
viewers and everyone
no.
at home?
Let me get out
Can I explain? And can I explain why Solskjaer also got sacked? And can I
before you
explain
explain.
why all these managers got
I
sacked?
I trust you're an oracle of football knowledge, let's say. But
It's
just
not an oracle thing.
save us
Come
It's
on,
not an
the
oracle thing. It's
recitation.
a consistent thing.
Sure,
It's
guys.
a
okay,
consistent thing, my guy.
sure,
It's a
okay, yeah.
Guys,
consistent
can I
thing.
Let
just
me.
put in there? Can I just put in there, Sean? Please don't interrupt Lesto. Lesto wants to make the
No,
point.
I mean he
Lesto,
interrupted me
please,
first, and then
Sean.
asked for us to do a back and forth now, right?
Okay, Sean.
But sure.
Sean,
You interrupted me, by the way, Sean.
Sean,
Let's
please.
just make that clear
Just
because
let,
I'm
let,
trying to
let's go.
explain.
Can you please make the 2 points why you knew these things quickly so then
Okay,
we can introduce Ben because we got a new guest.
perfect,
Go ahead.
perfect. With Tanakh, it's the same thing. He abandoned his principles because he wanted to try and fit his style according to how these players wanted to play, and he didn't believe in his principles. And in essence, that cost him his sack because you cannot bow down to players and say that I'm gonna play a certain way and then implement rules and then you isolate players and then you bring them back into the team afterwards and you treat other players above other players, but then you apply the same rules. That you don't even apply the same rules. You apply rules that are different from other players. So you're basically playing Animal Farm in here. Other player more some players are more equal than others in essence. This is a political thing. He was playing a political game which backfired on him. And secondly, he kept the players that like I said, he kept the players that did not fit his system. He should have stuck to what he wanted to do. If he did not feel like players didn't fit to his system, he should have chucked them out. That's what you do. He had the opportunity to do so, by the way, because we all sit here and we say that he did not have opportunities to do.
No,
He
so we've
had
gotten the 2
ample
points.
opportunities.
Can I
He had,
respond now?
he,
We've gotten the two
he,
reasons.
nah. I'm not done.
Because it's an
Amorim.
imaginary argument that you're having now. An
Oh,
imaginary
okay.
argument against an imaginary
Sean,
definition or
it's
discussion that
okay.
nobody's having. Like nobody's disputing anything that you're saying.
Sean. Okay, imaginary, right? I
Yeah.
said Tanakh is gonna get sacked. You said he wasn't. So who was thinking imaginary now? Who was more imaginary? You
No,
said
I mean,
first.
so
No, you
I
said
mean, so
first.
it comes
Firstly,
down
you
to
said
I was able to predict that rain was going to fall. Like I mean, this is a
that.
joke now, right? And
No.
if it's okay, let me just.
We're not doing the circle thing. We're not doing the circle thing.
Okay, guys.
The
Okay,
chat,
I mean, can
the
I?
chat
Yeah, I
knows.
mean,
The
guys,
chat
I
knows.
don't.
The chat knows. Sean,
No, but to be fair,
Let's go.
I haven't gotten the
Let's go.
chance to.
Sean.
Okay.
Sean. we're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Can I
We're
just
not
bring
doing this
Ben on?
today.
Can I just bring Ben on and he hasn't got long, so I just
No,
Yeah,
just 1 second. Let me
No,
respond because I'm not going to be hounded out by
nah,
this kind of silly
okay,
agenda.
Sean, let me tell you
Let's say
something.
you can
Everything is an
jump
agenda
in.
when it's a fact.
Let's say you can
It's a
jump
fact
in
when it's
whenever
an agenda.
you can jump in at your own chance to speak. Right?
Nah,
I'm not
nah,
going
nah,
to
nah,
do it
nah,
back
nah,
and
nah,
forth
nah, nah,
with
nah.
you.
Nah, you cut me off, my guy.
I'm not
My
going to
guy,
do it back and forth with
my
you
guy,
because you
my
come in
guy. I've been,
first, right? And then
I've
you're
been
trying to make a
patient.
specific
Sean,
point about
Sean,
like
Sean.
Ten Hag or
When you're
something,
wrong,
and it's a
accept
joke.
that you're wrong,
Wrong
and
about
it's
what?
growth,
Like
and it's
what are you
growth.
talking about? Like it's
You've
kind of
been wrong
silly.
about everything. I'm not gonna lie. You've been wrong about
Yeah,
everything,
clearly
and
you have
everything,
something personal
everything.
to
And
prosecute,
I
right?
listen,
And it's
listen,
kind of
Sean,
pathetic.
listen, Sean, listen. And
What is happening? Like
I
what is happening
have
here? Is this
listen
about Manchester United
and
versus Wolves? Like what
listen,
the hell?
listen. And this
no,
is,
let's put it
and
that
I've
way. Come on.
no. Okay, Noridin. When I talk, right, I do not, I don't expect. Okay, it's fine. Someone can make a point, but I don't interrupt people when they
No,
talk,
but
right?
you did interrupt.
No,
You
no,
did
no, no, no,
interrupt,
no.
and
Listen,
now we're having this weird back
Sean,
and forth.
Sean, no matter how wrong you are, right? Whenever you talk, you get the opportunity to talk. I don't interrupt you. I don't come midpoint
You
into the.
paused
I
me. You
don't do
paused
that.
me and said, "Can I
I'm
ask
no
a
more.
question?"
Listen,
You literally stopped me
listen.
and said, "Can I ask a question?" And I said yes.
Ex-
And I thought we were
you
gonna have a
answered.
sensible conversation.
You
But
answered
instead,
it, right?
you want to make a point
You
about
answered it.
you were right that Ten Hag was going to be sacked. Like, and that's just boring
Okay,
to me.
Sean. Okay, Sean. It's
Like
boring to you
you
because
literally paused me in the middle
facts
of what I was saying and said, "Can I ask you a
facts do not
question?"
care about
And
your feelings.
I said, "Go ahead, ask me a
Care
question." And
facts do not care
we've now
about your
wasted like
feelings, my
15
guy.
minutes basically. We wasted like
Facts
15
do
minutes
not
on
care
something silly.
about your feelings.
Wow,
Let me
this
tell you
is
something,
quite
because you
retarded.
do not want to accept reality. We're living in reality now. The reason why you're getting things mostly wrong, it's because you want to believe in what you say, which is fine, right? But
But
what is factual
what the hell are we even talking
does
about?
not care
Like, what are we
about
talking about?
your
I don't even
feelings.
understand what we're talking about anymore.
Certain players will leave this club, whether you
Okay,
like it or not. And
what is what? As in,
so
so
deal
what if
with it.
certain players will leave the club?
So
So
deal with
and
it.
then what?
There's no agenda. There's no
No, but
agendas.
who
So
Okay.
isn't
deal with
dealing
it.
with it? Who isn't
You're
dealing
not
Guys,
with
dealing
it?
with it. You're struggling, my guy. You're struggling.
No, as in
You're struggling.
you sound like somebody
You
with
are
like
struggling.
some mental
Week in, week
problems.
out.
Like because what
Week
the
in, week
hell?
out. You are struggling.
Like what do you even understand English? Like I don't understand.
No,
you yourself
Noradine is
listening.
fine. Noradine,
Sound like.
let me mute myself. Let me
Like
mute myself.
how
This is
far has
what I
the South
was
African
I
saying, right?
education system fallen that
Okay.
people cannot
Nah,
understand or
Okay.
comprehend
Sean,
Okay,
Sean,
like conversations?
comprehension.
So,
You cannot
Like
spell comprehension.
it's retarded.
You cannot.
hi
You
Ben, how you
cannot.
doing, Ben? Of the Irish. How are you, man?
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Good evening.
How are you, Ben?
All good, all good. Happy Christmas, everyone. Happy Christmas
Happy
here.
Top of the morning to you.
Yep. Thank
How's
you.
it in
Thank you.
Ireland, man? Talk to me. How's family? How's everybody?
Yeah, family are good, bro. Family are good. Blessed and all that stuff, mate. Just
Hey,
loving life, bro. Just can't wait
hey,
for tomorrow, mate. Can't wait for tomorrow. Get a few drinks down me, and yeah, let's go, bro.
of the fucking Irish. Talk to me about how
Big
you
up,
feeling
man.
about the Wolves game.
Do you know what? I'm actually kind of a bit worried about Wolves because it's a very very hard place to go to, and the fact that they've got a new manager in. I've actually watched a few of his like his style of play before he came to Wolves, and I actually think his style is actually would actually be hard for us to break him down because he plays very compact football. I don't know what nationality he is. I believe
He's
he's
Portuguese. He's Portuguese.
Portuguese. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. So yeah, I'm not confident at all because it's been difficult for us at the Molyneux. But let's just see, and I think what Amorim has to get right is the starting 11, and that's including hopefully he drops Bruno and drops Dallo, and those two in particular, and hopefully, well, I mean it's up for grabs. Martinez, I think them three players need to be dropped. from this game and just see how we play anyways, because he's got to take risks, and them three players have not been performing at all. Especially Martinez and Bruno, especially Bruno playing in this number 10 position. But yeah, no, obviously Wolves will be getting that manager bounce. So yeah, let's see what we can do, and obviously all eyes on Amorim at the moment. Just let him make these mistakes, and I'm really happy that we've got brought him in. I think this guy's the way he talks to the press is impressive. He's not one of them ones that tries to like defend players. Like, he'll always call out players, which is what I like. A bit like Ralph Rangnick. And yeah, let's see how we get on Boxing Day. Let's go United.
Mbaye,
yeah.
what do you think about tomorrow? How are we gonna do tomorrow against? I'm sorry, not tomorrow. It's Boxing Day. How are we gonna do? People, please smash the likes on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. I don't have to do this. I'm ill. I feel terrible. I'm sneezing. I should be in bed, but I'm here chatting to you guys. So the least you can do is fucking like the video.
Bro. Wake up.
Go ahead, Mbaye.
Forrest Gump jumps to mind. Box of chocolates. What are we gonna get? Not too sure. Worrying. Wolves have lost to Ipswich, and I think they lost to Leicester. I think so, 2-1, 2-1, and then they won the last game. I think so. I'm not sure. They're not great. They're not a top side, but the way we are at the minute, we are, like I said at the top of the show, it's growing pains. It's growing pains. We're gonna have a few of these, and we're gonna have to take it on the chin. And there's going to be people that, no, not happy with this at all. Then there's going to be people that accept it and roll with it. I think I like what Amorim's doing for sure. Oh, sorry, they won 3-0 against Leicester. Only 4 goals out. Excuse me, guys. But I think we can win this game. This is like me talking objectively. But what will happen, honestly, your guess is as good as mine. But I think we can win this game. We have got good quality and stuff, and I like things that we have been doing. We are controlling games, but we're just getting sucker punched. We're conceding bad goals, silly mistakes, not taking our opportunities. All this thing culminates, and goals change games. We're making life a bit hard for ourselves. But I'd go for a United victory, man. A United 2-1 victory.
Sean, what do you think about tomorrow's game, Wolves? On Boxing Day's game versus Wolves.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a difficult game, like everyone is saying. I think, unfortunately, right, and the manager understands that every game basically now is an inquest. Because in addition to the media, there are a lot of fans with mental problems, right, who would rather prosecute, like I said, individual agendas than just support the team. And I don't mean to bring us back to the initial arguments, but I'm not going to make any apologies for supporting the manager of the club, just as I support this new manager now. So it is what it is. But I think it's going to be a tough game. I think the manager has a lot of difficult calls to make in terms of the starting 11, the personnel that he uses, right? It looks like he has the bare bones of, I guess, what he considers to be a mainstay 11. I think that includes Delete, Onana, Mazraoui to an extent, and unfortunately Dalo. So that's one big call that he has to make. I would like to see Ugarte given more time than he was given in the last game. And I don't want to see Bruno running down the channels. So either play Bruno in the number 8 next to what you call it, Ugarte, or put him on the bench. He needs to figure out a solution for that left channel, that left number 10, and to find a way to get like one of these strikers, either Hoyland or Xerxes, going. So it's going to be a difficult game, honestly. I see Wolves as our bogey team, and over the last few years, it's been difficult to play against them, whether home or away. And Amorim is getting a rude, very rude introduction to the Premier League, and just how difficult it is. So there's every possibility that we could lose this game, just the same way we lost to Bournemouth. But I'll be looking to see, a continuation of what we've seen in the game so far. where we dominate possession, we have more chances, we have better chances than the opponents. You know, we look comfortable on and off the ball. We're able to create, you know, a higher XG basically than our opponents of late. I'll be looking for that to continue. But the thing that you know he mentioned and he diagnosed it, I think correctly, that there's something about the United shirt for now that is just really heavy. And he talked about the nervousness basically that was in the stadium against Forest, that the fans feel and that the players feel as well. You know, and I think it's important that he finds a way around that particular problem. He finds a way to instill confidence in these players. Because I don't think it's just a matter of replacing one player with another. I think it's a culture thing within the dressing room and within the club. And it's going to take some time for the manager to be able to instill that confidence basically in himself and in the players and the fans as well. So yeah, I expect a difficult game. And you know, hopefully we're able to win.
So what do you think about our chances tomorrow? Can we bounce back?
Yeah, I think we may get a result, like I said. You know, with us, you know, it's up and down.
I watched
so
a bit. I watched the goals that Leicester conceded, the highlights of Leicester Wolves. All of them were gifts. So if we're going to give Christmas, we've been really good at gifting goals, like we saw in the weekend against Bournemouth. So
Yeah.
if we're in a
Set
very
pieces.
Christmas giving,
It's the season of giving, man.
Yeah. No, obviously, you know, we may concede goal through set piece. I don't think that's gonna get sorted anytime soon. You know, it's been happening repeatedly. So if Wolves are very smart, they'll actually target them set pieces. But other than that, I think we've done well against them. I know they may have that new manager bounce sort of thing that we cannot underestimate as well. So you know it's going to be a difficult game, but I think we can get a result. We should, more or less. But you know, like I said, there's a long underlying problem at the football club. The manager is playing a system which is trying to expose a couple of players that he may need to get rid of at the end of the season. He may need to make harsh decisions at the end of the season between now and January, which I'm seeing that the club is at least doing. You know, so you know, this is a way for him, you know, for the season for us to suffer, but at least he's gonna get rid of some of the players that just do not fit his system, and he can't, you know, basically turn them around. You know, if certain players do not fit a system, they just do not. You cannot force that. That's just logic. So certain players will go. Certain men need to go. We know that for a very long time. You know, whether despite whichever manager they played under, it's not an agenda or anything of that sort. So I think he'll find that out himself, and he'll make the right decisions, and he'll be a success here. And that's what I hope for him, and I hope for this football club. And hopefully we pick up trophies as we go along, and we become sustainably successful. And I think that's what every United fan wants. I don't think anyone wants to see us lose deliberately, or, you know, see players fail. But facts are facts. Certain players, you know, in football, it's just logic. You can't fit squares and pegs. So, you know, certain players just do not fit a certain style of football. It doesn't make them bad players. It just means they do not fit in a certain way of playing. So, yeah, I see us picking up a win, but we're going to have this up and down this season. I don't think we're going to celebrate, because we know the next game we may draw or lose, you know, and it's going to be a difficult season for a lot of people. But yeah, shout out to everyone. Smash the like button, people. You won't see any kind of this entertainment, especially after Man United, you know, gave us the wackest Christmas period ever, you know. So big up.
So that wackness might continue for the new year. Big up. C19. So we've got Wolves away, then we've got Newcastle at home.
Newcastle, yeah.
On the Saturday. Is it the Saturday or the Monday? No, the Monday. And then we've got Liverpool. Is it Liverpool away? Liverpool away.
Liverpool away, yeah.
Yeah. But Ben, what kind of score do you think tomorrow? It's very difficult to try and do a pick 11. Pick up Nick Nash. Nick Nash has picked a couple of interesting 11s.
We can pick at least 7 guaranteed starters.
He basically, in the presser today, he said he's not looking at players to find out if they can fit in the system anymore. he's looking at keeping the squad fresh
Fresh.
because so that players don't get injured. So he's going to make changes again. But what kind of score do you think would be tomorrow? Smash the likes, people. Don't add insult to illness. Seriously.
I can see a draw, like a 2-2 maybe, or a 1-1, and then if best maybe 2-1 United. But like I said, it's all about the starting 11 for me, because even before, like I was very like before obviously Amorim, like I was only 10 high out as probably after I think it was the Spurs game. So I was literally like late, obviously one of the late ones for Ten Hag. And like I even said as well, like, once Ten Hag goes, like we're not gonna have the situation where we're gonna have this manager bounce. Like every player in this team can get coached, and obviously now we're seeing it, and I'm delighted. Obviously, Rashford obviously is hopefully going to be gone in January. I wish him all the best, obviously, but I just think what he needs to find out is who can play in the system and who can't, and I think he's starting to show that now. Obviously with these games, and the reality is, I'm a big Martinez fan, and at this moment in time, he's just not working out. I do like Delo as well, and he's just not working out. But doesn't mean they're bad players. They just don't sit they just don't sit the system. But no, it's just all about the starting 11 for me. I would start Onana. I'd actually start Anthony on the right wing back, because I think Anthony in the right wing back and Diallo, I think they link up really, really well, especially in the derby. I think there was one lovely pass Anthony made to Diallo in this derby, and it was it was a lovely, lovely bit of play between the two
Yeah,
of
I
them.
agree with that.
And I think the flow, like our flow, is a lot better with Anthony and Diallo, obviously in the right hand side, than Mazraoui and Diallo, because I think the problem with Mazraoui is, one, he's fatigue, and I think two is like, I just think he's so defensive minded at this moment in time, and that's totally acceptable, obviously, because I mean, Delit's a quick player, but I wouldn't say he's the quickest. Same with Maguire, and same with Martinez. So I can see why Mazraoui's thinking more defensively. But I think so. I'll go with Anthony right wing back. I'll go with I'll probably start Euro in the right centre back. No, sorry, in the central centre back, and I'll probably go with um probably Dalot. I'll probably go with. I actually would love to try Dalot in the right centre back, because I think with Dalot is like, I think it's defensively he's still got that in him, but it's just the thing is with Dalot, he's so fatigued, and like we just need him to the main attributes last year was his defense, really, because obviously our midfield was that open. We were just conceding 20 to 30 shots every match. And then I'll go with I'll probably go with Delit on the left centre back, and then on the left wing back I probably will go with Malacia for this game. And then the midfield, without a shadow of a doubt, Casemiro and Ugarte. I think them two under Ruud van Nistelrooy, I think them two suited so well to the structure. And I just think you just need Casemiro, especially in these set pieces, because Casemiro aerial duels were just outstanding, especially under Ten Hag too, even though our set pieces were horrible under Ten Hag. And then obviously I'll go with Ahmad in the right 10, and then I probably would give Garnacho just a go, even though I've just haven't been liking his performances recently. But I think you just got to rotate the squad at the moment, because I don't want to be burning out Xerxes or Hoyland. And then up front, I think it's a no-brainer. I think Hoyland for me for this game, because I think Xerxes, the way Wolves play, the way this manager wants to play, I just think it's going to be a bit hard for Xerxes to get, to come link the play and all that stuff. I think you do need like a Hoyland to get aggressive, those two centre backs. So that's my starting 11, but it's just like I said, it's just all to do with the starting 11. Just as long as I don't see Bruno, Dallo, and Martinez, and Bruno and Martinez, obviously. I would love to drop Dalot, but we're running out of centre backs. I don't rate Maguire. Like, I know he had a good game against Man City, but I just think we just need to face the reality and just sell him, mate. Like, it's just getting
Yep.
tiring, mate.
I think Ben has started drinking early, but let's shake things up.
I've already had three Guinnesses down me, mate. Three Guinnesses.
Cheers to you, man. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you,
Listen, let's
Any-
shake it up. It's not freaking
Because-
doing anything. Shake it up. Let's get something.
Yeah.
It's Boxing Day.
because
any combination of players, I think, will still be vulnerable to the same problem, right? That the team just lacks confidence. And if Wolves go a goal up, right, you're likely to see them shake. So even if we don't have Bruno playing, or even if we don't have Dalot playing, we're likely to fall victim, I think, to the same problems. I agree with what, like, Moreno was saying in the chat, that Amorim has been talking a lot. And I like what I hear him say when he talks, right? But I want less talking, and I want to see more action on the pitch.
Right, what do you think the score's going to be tomorrow, Sean? Quickly.
Scores
Sorry,
on
Thursday.
Boxing Day.
Boxing Day.
I mean, I back us to win. I back us to win. I back us to turn the corner. Eventually, because I think we're playing well. We're dominating the game. And somebody's going to get it. I think pretty soon. Hopefully, it's Wolves. So I'll give us like a nice 2-1. Like a 2-1 could have been 3 or 4. But 2-1 United.
Conservative scorelines. We're all got a little bit of worry in us. That's the truth.
I was just
Well,
going to say, as
what's
well,
your scoreline?
2-1, man. I can't stray too far from reality. We'll just go with 2-1.
Go ahead, Ben.
No, I was just gonna say, I see a lot of people are debating about this left wing back. Like, I honestly think Amorim should try give your man Harry Amos a go. Like, in the left wing back role, because
Can't be any
in
worse
the
than
pre-
Malaysia.
no, the thing is with Malassi, it's gonna take time for him to, it's been what 18, 20
Yes.
months. It's gonna
I
take
agree
time,
with
bro.
you, Ben. Go ahead.
No, like I said, I think we need to talk about Anana, mate, because I think I'm starting to lose a bit of patience with him. Like, I give him the benefit of the doubt because I know he has been good this season, but see some of those mistakes that can't be happening at this at the top level. And I know obviously we're still a mess, but Amorim would obviously be looking at this and obviously thinking, right, I might have to get I might need to look for one over the summer. But the problem is I don't really know many keepers out there that would do a job. Now, I always wanted Costa over Onana, but I would actually big shout would be to bring back your man, one of our own, the Leverkusen. Is it Leverkusen? The keeper Kovar? Is it Kovar? Yeah,
Yeah.
he's been doing really, really well at Leverkusen. Really,
Yeah,
really, really
oh,
well.
right, yeah.
Yep. So
Big up Diego Dalot, by the way, helping out street charity,
big up, man. Big up.
homeless charity in Manchester. He's lived here for 5 years, so he's helping out. Big up to Brum, who's telling us, that he's out there. Big up to Khalees Ramadan Lassie. What do I think about game tomorrow? I think it might be a draw. I agree with Ben.
Yep.
I think they're on a new manager bounce. It's going to be a tough game. Their manager plays very compact kind of style of football.
Where is our own bounce?
Is that okay?
So where is our own bounce now? Like where is our
We don't
manager
have that.
bounce?
I'm afraid we don't have,
Bouncing out of Molyneux. That's what we're going to
we don't have that bounce.
Who's ball tomorrow if
We
Bruno
don't have
starts?
that bounce. So we'll see what happens on Thursday, but it's going to be a tough game. The crowd are going to get behind him. They wanted Gary O'Neill out. They're going to try to support this manager. The players are going to get a lift because they tried to impress him. He was a manager of Porto, and then he went to Saudi Arabia where he's been coaching, and then they got him from Saudi Arabia. So I expect these Portuguese tricky coaches to be very tactical. And Amorim said today in the presser that he knows the pressure that's on Manchester United, and he's going to try to exploit us. But he said we're going to be ready for him. So I genuinely hope we are ready for him. People, honestly, I've tried. I've done really well, I think, for 1 hour and 22 minutes, 1 hour and 20 minutes to be on here. Bombaye, if you want to continue, and well, you can't turn it off, can you? So I'm just going to try to go to bed, watch a film.
Let's just bounce, man, and see what happens.
Yeah.
Yes,
John, big up to Lesso. If the heated times when it gets a bit heated, it's all football and love. But yeah, wishing everybody a happy Christmas and a healthy one.
Yeah, check out my
you
name
and all
on
your
this.
loved ones.
Check out my name on this channel. It's Man United is greater than your agenda. Like a club is bigger than anybody's individual specific, agenda. Amorim is in that room looking at the history and the legacy of the club. You understand? And that's my message to Leso and to everyone, basically.
Yeah. But people, please do me a massive favor. I'm gonna get the channel in here now, but I need you to go and subscribe. Let me see if we got 100 likes on the video yet. Can we get 100 likes on the video?
On people,
Because I'm dying out here, and we're not even 100 likes. We're 13 away from 100 likes. We've been live for an hour and 20 minutes. Absolute disgrace. Big up to our brother Luani. I think I might have just seen from him. Big up.
Oh, he's been up there, man. Big up,
I
Luan.
guess Ronaldo has a point when he says the guy is a poet. We don't need a poet. We need a constructive.
Oh Lord.
Big up Luani.
Big up.
Big up Luani. Love to Luani, man. Big up to everybody. Listen again. I'm wishing you all Merry Christmas. Please, to all our British and European brothers and sisters, please do not drink and drive. Those of you who are drinking and driving during the festive season, please get an Uber. Get your friends who doesn't drink to drive. Please.
Drink some water, eat some spicy food.
Yeah. Listen, just look after yourselves. But yeah, please, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. We'll be back, if anything's to go live tomorrow. See how well I am, but we'll be back hopefully on Thursday for the match reaction. But big up to everybody. I just want to say big up. Make sure you follow Lesso on Lesso Football TV and at Black Rain on Twitter. Make sure you check out Ben at Elmarie 2000 on Twitter. And make sure you check out at Sean Thomas on Twitter as well. And check out the geopolitical podcast that he does. It's called How We See Things. Bumbaye, you'll never see him anywhere else. You see him on Tactical Devils, but you'll never see him anywhere else. You know what I mean? You'll just see him on Tactical Devils, and that's where you will see him. You don't need to see him anywhere else at all. You might, yeah, that's it. Just going to post the channel, Jarvis's channel. Make sure you check out Jarvis's channel. It's called Bowley77 on Twitter, and this is his channel. I've just posted it now, the link. So I need you to go leave here now and go and give him a subscribe. It's a Tactical Devils. That's what the channel's called. Tactical Devils will be on there. Stu Bumbai has already been on there. Lesso will be on there. Maybe even Ben will be on there. You know what I mean?
On there before.
We're building
Big
that
up
channel.
Jarvis.
He needs our support. So make sure let's get him to 1,000K so he can monetize. Love and light, everybody. Like I said, Merry Christmas. Up the fucking Irish. Free Palestine. Free Lebanon. Free fucking Syria. Free fucking Sudan. Free Congo. Free Ogaden. Free Tigray. Free anywhere where people are oppressed, whether it's locally, nationally, or globally. We stand with people regardless of their religion, regardless of their gender, regardless of their orientation. We are for humanity, people. Humanity. And this channel, you're not going to shut us up. If you want to label us as woke and this and that, you can do whatever the F you want, people. Because in this channel, we keep it 100%. As long as you're respectful, a couple of effing and blinding here, that's all right. You know what I mean? Then you can do that. Fuck the GCSEs while we're there as well. No exams will ever, no exams will ever determine who you are as a human being. So big up to everybody. Fuck Zionism while we're there as well. And fuck if you stand with Zionism, then fuck you too. Right? So there we go. We're against imperialists. We're against colonizers. We're against the war machine. And we're against people who are here to divide human beings. Fuck the billionaire class. Fuck the military industrial complex. Fuck them all. Peace, love, light. Look after each other and have an absolutely Merry Christmas. I want to thank from the bottom of my heart Lesso, Sean, Jarvis, Bombaye, Ben, to each and every one of you who gets involved in the community and gets involved in the URT. This channel is not for the fair-hearted. It's not for the fair-hearted. You're not going to come here and try to excuse a genocide. You're going to get violated on this channel. That's what's going to happen to you on this channel. But we keep a healthy debate. We disagree. We can disagree all day and night, and that's the beauty of it. But wishing you all a happy and a healthy one, wherever you are in the world. Lots of love to all my Christian people, wherever they are in this world. Sending them love and sending them a merry, merry fucking Christmas, mate. You know what I mean? Up the fucking Christmas. Crimbo, as the scouts would say. Crimbo, our kid. And we're going to see you before the new year anyway. So we're not going to wish you a new year. Yeah, here, like he says here, Sheikh Harry says, we keep it real, raw, and red. There you go.
It's going to be our ass on Sunday, man.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see on Thursday. No, on Thursday night. We'll be back on Thursday night, people, to basically see where we go. But love and light, and big up to everybody who's contributed, everybody who's subscribed, everybody who's liked the videos, everybody who's interacted. Love and light. Let me know in the comments down below the predictions, your lineup and your scoreline. More importantly, your scoreline. Love and light, people. Look after yourself. Good night. And wish me to get better, people, because I'm dying out here. Man flu is real, people.
Let's so Ben.